Right. All right.
This is John for Resistance Pro and John'sBeat.com. I'm here at the barn in Willowbrook for Deliverance, and I found Andy Darer. How are you?
Hey, I'm doing good. This is, I think, my 5th time here out for Resistance Pro. Big fan, and everybody's been very nice so far, so I'm looking forward to seeing some action.
I should have said Andy Darer of the famous Andy Darer Show.
Yeah, theandydareshow.com. I interview musicians. Been doing it for about 4 years now. I've been in radio and broadcasting for about 15 years, and kind of how I met Mr. Jesse Corrigan and Miss Prigg
Colonel Jesse Corrigan,
excuse me.
Yell at me.
Yeah, nice. And yeah, Miss Prigg too, and did a little interview with them, and they couldn't be nicer. So keep it going.
They're nice. They're not nice to me. Well, Miss Prigg's
I have
nice
seen
to
so.
me.
Yeah.
Jesse's a little questionable.
Well, and Prigg's a little bit off-putting with you too. She's
better looking though.
That's true. Yeah, you give her some leeway.
Exactly. Right? How did you get started in the in the Darer Show?
Well, I had a show in Chicago about 5 years ago. Everybody started getting rid of, like, not trying to be on the radio anymore. It seems like radio is kind of a dying thing, just like, kind of like the recording industry. A bunch of different things are kind of meeting their demise. So, started podcasting and having a blast doing it. It's free. You can listen on demand. You can listen on YouTube. You can listen on iTunes. Listen on your cell phone. Whenever you want, it's waiting there for you, and found it to be kind of a match made in heaven.
So who are some of the better names, or some of the names that excited you the most that you talked to?
Sure, I've interviewed members of the Meat Puppets, Art Alexakis from Everclear, Pavement. I've had Material Issue. I've had a whole bunch of different groups. Guided by Voices we had on, a couple guys from Guided by Voices last month. So yeah, just all about, just talking to guys I listened to when I was growing up, and I'm having a blast doing it.
It's great. I love doing it. I do the same thing with wrestlers and stuff. And you meet your former idols. It's really cool.
Yeah, a lot about Chicago Bliss through his show, a lot about Resistance Pro, beginning. That's how I kind of heard about it. So it's kind of just all working together.
So what do you think of the R Pro shows?
I think it's totally a great night of amusement, as the last one was called Savage Amusement, so works out. You can bring the kids out, but there's also fun for the adults. There's good-looking ladies. There's a lot of good, action going on, and you never know what's going to happen next, which is another reason why I enjoyed it so much.
Were you a wrestling fan before this?
Here and there, a little bit. I actually like UFC and stuff like that. I trained in MMA a little bit, growing up. But I always missed the 80s wrestling, the WrestleMania stuff. And I think that's kind of what Mr. Corrigan and everybody here at R Pro is kind of bringing back, and I'm glad to see it.
So who are you, other than Colonel Corrigan and Miss Prigg, do you have any favorites here?
Oh, I like Ego. I mean, say what you will about the guy, but I enjoy watching him wrestle. I like, Body Magic's always a good time, and I do like, I like the guys in the Chain Gang. What's that called? Locked Up. I always like seeing Locked Up. So
they're a fun time.
Yeah, they're always a good time. So looking forward to seeing what you got on tonight.
It's gonna be. They will deliver. It's in Deliverance.
Nice.
For fans out there who aren't familiar, where can they find you and your podcast?
Find it on the internet at theandydareshow.com. We're on iTunes, on YouTube. I do Twitter. But theandydareshow.com, you can kind of find all those different avenues. So,
Andy, thanks for being here, man, and enjoy the show.
All right, sounds good. I will. Thanks for having me.
Thank you.
Cool.